Next module, we are going to talk about responsive design with CSS, and we're going to be using Flexbox. Responsive design, like we had mentioned, is the interface is adapting to whatever viewport it is. So if we have an interface that is in desktop, like our cryptocurrency tracker, we have items that are horizontally across the screen. Ideally, when we go down to tablet view, those items will wrap or they will adjust. So instead of the whole list, 10 by 10, it'll now go to 2 by 20. And then if we go to mobile, it'll be just one single image scrolling downwards. So we need a very flexible layout. We want to make sure, in some cases with responsive design, you might go to an e-commerce shop where they have images for products. But when you are looking desktop, which is the biggest versus phone, mobile phone, you want those images to shrink accordingly to the size and the space that they have. So by doing that, we can create fluid images, typography. So again, what looks good on desktop may not look good on mobile view. We need to make sure that the sizing and the heights of the fonts are still readable and legible on these devices. Like I said, mobile first approach. There's so much mobile traffic going to sites these days. We cannot start from the desktop anymore. We need to take a mobile first approach. The power of this Flexbox, this is a game changer. I'm telling you, if you've ever had previously worked with CSS older versions, to make these types of fluid layouts work was very, very difficult. Even just the standard three column layout with navigation and another panel on the side and have that all spacing and maintaining ratio was very difficult. We can now use these pre-built frameworks and libraries and make our lives a lot easier. We have a Flexbox container. We have a container that we will make a Flex container. And what's really great about it is once you have a Flex container, the items inside of it, which in our case is the crypto cards, we can control them now. We can actually say they're vertically or they're horizontally going to be centered. We can justify the space between them. We can control how they lay out, whether you want them to start at the left or start at the right. It's really fantastic as once you create this Flex container, the power that you have. We can control the gapping. Basically, that means is when the space between needs to be consistent across all views. We can control the gap. We can set it once and forget it, and it'll maintain the ratio across verticals and horizontal layouts as well. Wrapping Flex items, really fantastic. Again, like we can set the wrap. So instead of targeting each individual viewports for mobile, tablet, and desktop, we can simply say, these list items, we would like them to wrap. So when they run out of room, they go to the next line. And when they go to the next line, desktop, it works very well. When you go to tablet, that's when the shrinking happens. You can only fit 2 items on the horizontal. The rest will wrap. So you have 2 by 2 rows all the way down. Mobile has a smaller viewport, so only 1 item fits. So in our cryptocurrency tracker, you're going to see just the nice stackable images and cards going from top to bottom. So responsive design in action, we have Flexbox. When we're changing from desktop to tablet, your interface is going to adapt. We might have an adapted navigation, so that's when you have a desktop menu, and then when you go down to mobile, you have the hamburger menu. And then the content sections need to be flexible as well. So all this is accomplished through Flex containers and Flexbox. Best practices, we would like flexible layout. We want it to be adapt to different screens. We would like our responsive typography. The font sizes need to be legible on all devices. We need flexible media. Videos and images need to be proportional to the size of the screen. We also need to, like we said, take a mobile first approach. We need to understand that most users nowadays are coming to their websites and application on their phone now. So we need to give them a good experience. Otherwise, they're going to go to the competition. And then we need to progressively enhance this. So as soon as we create an interface, we always got to be mindful that, we need to keep track of how the interface can be experienced in better ways and proactively improve our designs. So up next is we're going to apply responsive design to our cryptocurrency tracker.